Hello, people. We are here again. Going to try to do a little video, something the Lord showed me over the weekend here. I thought was quite fascinating, interesting to me. And I'm going to try our new software. We tried this software on Marner's computer, but I don't think her machine has enough horsepower. Hopefully, mine has enough horsepower to make this work. So let's give it a shot here. I'm going to talk about the story of that deliverance that Yeshua did, demon-possessed guy, Matthew 8:28 to 34, and Mark 5:1 to 20. So let's do it here. All right, I just titled this "One Demon-Possessed Man." And all my scripture according I'm going to take from my Son of Man Bible, which is always available to you from BibleSupport.com and WordModules.com, and I update that at least once a week. So you can get a brand new Bible every week or month or quarterly or annually until Yeshua comes. And if he lets me keep my Bible, well, we'll do it forever. How about that? I've really enjoyed editing this, my own Bible released under a Creative Commons license. It's really amazing. Well, let's go to Mark 5:1 through 20 and read that first. Here, we'll bring that up over here so you can see a little bit of it over here. Mark 5:1 through 20. They came to the other side of the sea, to the region of the Gadarenes. And immediately when Yeshua was getting out of the boat, a man with an unclean spirit came to him from the tombs. The man had lived in the tombs. No one could restrain him anymore, not even with a chain. He had been bound many times with shackles and with chains. He tore the chains apart, and his shackles were shattered. No one had the strength to subdue him. Every night and day in the tombs and in the mountains he cried out and cut himself with sharp stones. When he saw Yeshua from a distance, he ran to him and bowed down before him. He cried out with a loud voice, excuse me, it's really dry here. What do I have to do with you, Yeshua, Son of Most High Yahuwah? I beg you by Yahuwah himself, do not torment me. For he had been saying to him, come out of the man, you unclean spirit. And he asked him, what is your name? And he answered him, my name is Legion, for we are many. He begged him again and again not to send them out of the region. Now a great herd of pigs was there feeding on the hill, and they begged him, saying, send us into the pigs. Let us enter into them. So he allowed them. The unclean spirits came out and entered into the pigs, and they rushed down the steep hill into the sea, and about 2,000 pigs drowned in the sea. And those who were feeding the pigs fled and reported what had happened in the city, in the countryside. Then many people went out to see what had happened. Then they came to Yeshua, and they saw the formerly demon-possessed man who had had the legion sitting down, dressed, and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Isn't that funny? Man's normal, and they're afraid of that. That's pretty weird. Those who had seen what happened to the formerly demon-possessed man told them what had happened to him, and also concerning the pigs. And they began to beg him to leave their region. And when he was getting into the boat, the formerly demon-possessed man begged him that he may go with him. But he did not allow it. But he said to him, go to your house and to your people, and tell them what the sovereign did for you, and what mercy he gave you. So he went away and began to proclaim the great things that Yeshua had done for him in the Decapolis, and everyone was amazed. And of course, you all know the Decapolis is that 10-city area there in Syria, just north of the Galilee. So I just said that. So this is a great story. I mean, a great story of deliverance, but it's also repeated in Matthew 8, in verses 28 to 34. And let me read what verse 28 says in the King James Version. I don't usually read from a different version, but this will point out what struck me odd. And when he came to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him 2 possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass that way. Notice that the King James states there were 2 who were possessed by demons, but Mark stated there was only 1 person. I'll show you my translation of these verses from the Son of Man Bible further down in this post. What we've had for about 2,000 years is what appears to be a contradiction. One synoptic gospel states 1 man. The other synoptic gospel seems to state 2 people. So what's going on here? On Friday night, my wife and I caught a part of Perry Stone's TV program. I think it's called Manifest. Wow, it was quite interesting. I have read the Bible for about 60 years now and never noticed the difference between Matthew 8:28 through 34, and Mark 5, 1 through 20. But since Mark was written first, we know there was only one demon-possessed man. And we also know there are no contradictions in the Bible. Only sometimes there appears what looks like something might be a contradiction. We just need more inspiration, more illumination, and more explanation. So Matthew must have had some different insight or more insight or viewed this person differently from what Mark did when he wrote Matthew 8. I did notice that Mark used the word for man, anthropos. Does that sound familiar? Anthropology, anthropos, man, mankind, human being. That's Strong's number 444. And he used that in verse 2. You can see it right here. I'm circling around it. That's man. That's Strong's number 444 there in Mark 5:2. Matthew did not use that same word. He used Strong's number 1417, which is a Greek word that means duo. And actually, I think that's just the Greek sounding word, duo. But he never used the word anthropos in verse 28 or 33. Now, I appreciate Perry's alternative interpretation of possibly two events in the same place on the same day. I mean, that's a possibility. But the Father downloaded a solution to my mind as I was falling asleep last night, or while I was asleep for a while last night. I don't know exactly when, but he downloaded a very logical sounding solution to this. The person in Matthew 8:28 was a person with two natures, or two personalities, or multiple personalities, maybe a bipolar disorder type of person. This poor oppressed, demon-possessed, and oppressed man exhibited at least two distinct personalities, or faces, or natures to the outside world. When he could get a hold of his mind, he manifested his normal, regular human nature. When the demons were controlling him, he manifested the demonic nature. Below is how I fixed the translation of Matthew 8:28 to 34 to better reflect the poor fellow's experience and personalities that I believe is what was shown to Matthew. Matthew 8:28 to 34 in the Son of Man version, Son of Man Bible. SOMB. When Yeshua had come to the other side and to the country of the Gadarenes, a two-natured person controlled by demons met him coming out of the tombs, very violent, so that no traveler could pass that way. Behold, they cried out and said, "What do we have to do with you, son of Yahuwah? Have you come here to torment us before the set time?" Now a herd of many pigs was there feeding, not too far away from them. The demons kept imploring Yeshua and saying, "If you cast us out, send us away into that herd of pigs." Yeshua said to them, "Go." The demons came out and went into the pigs, and behold, the whole herd rushed down the steep hill into the sea, and they died in the water. Those who had been tending the pigs ran away, and they went into the city and reported everything, especially what had happened to the two-natured person who had been controlled by demons. Behold, all the city came out to meet Yeshua. When they saw him, they begged him to leave their region. I don't know why that would freak people out so much, but apparently it did. They were used to seeing the demon-possessed guy. So when they saw the normal man, a delivered man, now probably a saved man, they were freaked out, scared him, which is really strange. And I take no credit for this new translation. It all came straight from the throne room of Yahuwah. I could have never think this kind of stuff up. I mean, I'm not smart enough to think up a solution like that. I never would have thought of that. I hadn't even noticed that thing. And reading the Bible for as many years as I've been reading the Bible, I never even noticed the difference between Matthew 8 and Mark 5. But you know, folks, the American nation and now the whole world is being overrun with demons. If you come across someone suffering from demon possession or demon oppression, just bind that evil spirit and cast it out of the person. Be bold. You have the power and the authority living inside of you in the person of Yeshua HaMashiach. Just plead the blood of Yeshua against those demons. They hate the blood of Yeshua. Beat the demons up with it. Deliver people. It's part of what we do. It's part of who we are. We're here to heal people, make people whole, bring deliverance. You can do it too. Be bold. Try it. You might want to go with 2 or 3 friends at first. That gives you more confidence or something. But give it a go. We love y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'll talk to you later. If I can find a way to stop this, I will. All right. Y'all take care. Bless y'all. Bye-bye.